Good afternoon, everyone. Today, my group will be presenting on the topic attributes of personal service, personnel, and observing protocol. My group members are Serena Ellis, Stephanie Brown, and yours truly, Emilia Smith.
Now we will begin our presentation with Serena.
The first concept is personality. Being polite, well spoken, calm, and presentable is all parts of being professional at work, and also honesty and integrity. Telling the truth about tricky subjects such as workload, work life balance, difficult customers or colleagues, and ineffective procedures makes for a good employee. When we say that someone has a good personality, we mean that they are likable, interesting, and pleasant to be with. Everyone wants to be attractive to others. To that end, having a good personality is vital, probably even more so than good looks. For example, being honest and taking responsibility for your actions, being loyal, helpful, and also humble and can socialize with others. The second concept is attitude. Having a positive attitude in the workplace won't necessarily make you better at your job, but it will improve the way people view you as a person, so they may be more inclined to help you succeed and cheer you on. So this is saying that when you deal with people in a good manner, this has a lot to do with how you display your behavior. For example, if you are working in an organization, you are supposed to be able to deal with your customers in a way that they respect you and not being grumpy to them. Three consequences of not having right attitude when serving customers. The first consequence is customers won't come back to your organization. As I said before, when you are dealing with your customers, you should be mannerable and show respect. Hence, if you fail to do so and feel like you should disrespect your customers and handle them without respect, they will not come back to your organization to purchase anything. The second consequence is customers will feel as if you do not care about them. So, this is saying that if you give your customers bad attitude, chances are there in which they will feel as if you do not see them as valuable assets in your organization. Hence, I personally would have felt away if I go to an organization and they do not treat me with respect and letting me feel comfortable to shop again. The third consequence is customers will spread negative information about the organization because of the employer's attitude. If a customer visits your organization and they realize that the employees are disrespectful and always grumpy, they are going to tell their friends and others that they should not shop or visit your organization. Therefore, they will be spreading a lot of negativity about the business, and then you will, in the long run, you will lose your profit.
The scenario that I have is about a chef, and it goes like this. It says Massimo Clark is a chef at the Moon Palace Hotel in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. He is well known by many individuals, and it is said that he is one of the best chefs in the country. He is creative with his work. He loves to try new experiments, and his food is really tasty. Massimo is very talented at cooking. He always works on time, is polite and respectful. People from far and near visit the Moon Palace Hotel so that they too can taste or experience his cooking. On this slide, I have two things to do as a manager of an hotel if your servers do not have aptitude. As the food and beverage manager of Moon Palace Hotel, I would teach and train my servers who works in the dining room if they do not have aptitude. So as a manager, if I notice that some of my servers do not have aptitude needed for the type of work that they are doing, then I would take it upon myself. It would be my responsibility as a manager to ensure that they know what they're doing while they're on the job, so that customers can be satisfied when they visit. So I would have to get the necessary resources and individuals to aid in the servers learning. First thing I would do is to observe them as they work. Then I would select the few servers that I feel is not as good at serving customers as they should. Then after that process is completed, I would then set aside a specific time, like for instance, a time twice a week, any day twice a week, after they would have completed their work. I say this because it's an hotel, so more than likely we would have different shifts where workers come in at a specific time to take over from somebody else who was there before them. So after they would have completed their work, we would teach those few selected servers for a month. We will then teach them the do's and the don'ts while on the job, ensure that they know that customers are always right, ensure that they are educate them and tell them that they must ensure that they are groomed properly, that it is important for them to take notes of customers' order so they will not forget or make a mistake, and how to serve a customer. I would ensure that they know every single detail there is to know about serving customers. Now that they would have understood the theory part of their work, I feel the need to give them the chance to actually, to like put what they would have learned into practice. So the second thing I would do is to let them show me what they would have learned. Now they know for a fact that what it is they must do. So now they would have to do a little training or practical to show me what they learned. After the entire process of training is completed, then the employees who would have passed the entire thing will move on, never to return to training. Meanwhile, the ones that did not pass, unfortunately, they would have to train again for a month, and if they fail again this time around, then I would have to let them go, to fire them, because they lack what I need to increase the business productivity. On screen, we have a flyer, and basically, the entire information on this flyer is about why proper grooming in the workplace is important. So it says proper grooming of employees in the workplace. So the first point is, what exactly is proper grooming in the workplace? It is when employees take care of themselves and their body so that their appearance at work is professional. The second point is its importance. Why is proper grooming in the workplace important? Proper grooming and professional appearance are important to gain not just positive impression but also respect in the workplace. So we added this to the saying. It's not only popular in the business world but in general in society, the phrase or the saying that says first impression lasts. This simply means that whenever a person meets or see you for the first time, the energy, how you bring yourself, how you appear, how you dress, how you speak, because it's their first time seeing you, they will forever remember you for that person. So if the first time that they see you, you are loud and vulgar, then they will see you are loud and vulgar and you are being mean to somebody, then they will think that you're a mean person, because that's how they saw you for the first time. That you gave off a mean impression in the beginning, the first time they saw you. So first impression really lasts. So the next point is 4 types of dress code for the workplace. They are business formal, business professional, business casual, and casual. The final point that we have is
how to look professional and well groomed in the workplace. So I have three things that employees can do. The first one is to comb their hair. The second one is to get dental care. Third one, body hygiene, ensure that they their body is clean and they smell nice. The final point is wear dark formal clothing. And that's it, the entire information on why proper grooming is important in the workplace. And at the bottom we have a few contact information and email and a contact number, phone number is 876-376-2976. The email is at moonpalace@gmail.com. The importance of punctuality in the workplace. So punctuality in the workplace means to be at work or to show up on time. So basically, punctuality is all about time, to be on time. And this is very important in the workplace because it shows that employees are serious about their work and that they care for employees that they work alongside within the business. It also gives off a sign of professionalism. And if employees do not practice punctuality, then conflicts can arise within the business, and it can also lead to them losing their jobs if they continue to show up late and not be punctual when they are coming to work. So punctuality in a business is really, really important. This slide says the impact of being late on the job and how to improve punctuality on the job. So two impacts of being late on the jobs are productivity loss and negative morale. And one way how to improve punctuality on the job is that employees should get ready beforehand. So now Stephanie will do a little explanation on these 3 points.
Productivity loss. This is when an employee is late for work. They can create an immediate loss of productivity. It is the same if they work as a team, because what if the work begins at 8 and an employee shows up at 10? Then 2 hours of productivity would have been lost in this situation. If it is a team, each member of the team would assign a specific work duty to carry out for the business productivity. So if the employee from the team is late or late continuously, then it can affect the business productivity rate.
Miss, these last 2 questions are supposed to be done by Stephanie, but she was saying that she was having a problem with her device. I know I'm trying to get back in contact with her and I am not receiving any response. So I'm just going to go ahead and try to finish up for her. So the second impact of being late on the job is negative morale. So not only does tardiness make others late, it also lowers their morals and it affects others around them. So if an employee shows up at work 70% late 70% of the times, others may pretend that they are not aware of it, but they are. If they realize that employee comes to work late half of the time and they were not fired, then they will not make an extra effort to be on time either. They will see nothing wrong with coming to work late because others come to work late majority of the time and they still get to keep their jobs. Also, if one member of a team in a business does not follow the rules, others in that group will begin to feel resentment and that the situation is unfair. This overall is really bad for the business. Now I will look at
one way in which employee can improve punctuality while on the job, and that is to get ready beforehand. So when you are working, managing time and making use of every time available is important. If you live far away from your workplace, speak with a taxi driver and have them pick you up in the mornings at a specific time so you won't be late. If you know that in the mornings you have limited amount of time to do stuff, you can press your work clothes from Sunday, or you can do it the night before you go to work the next day. You can also put your stuff together, clean your shoes, pack your bag, and anything else that you can do the night before. Just do it. It saves time. This way you will not be in a rush and you will have time to go to work and reach on time. Now we are going to demonstrate how to properly introduce a keynote speaker. But first I will read what is on the slide. A keynote speaker is a speaker who sets out the central theme of a conference. They are commonly experts of their respective fields and can talk extensively on a specific topic or industry. The role of a keynote speaker is to feature as the headline speaker at an event. So now Stephanie will give the steps.
First point is to double check the pronunciation of the speaker or company. This means if you are absent, anyone can easily step in and will be able to pronounce everything properly without making no assumption. Point 2 is practice your delivery. Practice your delivery, meaning as an introduction, you must always rehearse your speech so that you can always keep eye contact with the audience and make the speaker comfortable while delivering his speech. Point number 3 is to anticipate the speaker's need, which you will always make the speaker comfortable when presenting. You must pay attention to every details. Give the speaker more ultimate environment for success. Number 4 is to lay the ground rule. Lay the ground rule meaning you must always state the rules to the audience if and when they will be able to ask questions.
So that's it. And on the last slide is the reference where we got our information from. So thank you for listening, and we really hope that you learned something from our presentation.